Welcome back, folks. It is Jafer, and today we're going to take a look at a brand new mousepad that was actually sourced by the community. A company called Eve took interest polls on their website to kind of gauge and see what consumers and customers are really looking for in a mousepad. And today I have that result. And so we're going to go ahead and dive in and see exactly what those results were. But for full transparency, they did send this out for review, and come to find out after the agreement on the review, it was brought to my attention that Eve has a little bit of a history with its consumers. I'm not going to get into that. That's not what this video is about. This video is going to be strictly about the mouse pad and if it's worth your hard-earned dollar. With that all out of the way, let's dive in. Available in 5 sizes, all priced pretty modestly and competitive. This particular one is a 500 by 500 millimeter size, and it comes in one solid black colorway with a pretty slick looking space gray Eve logo, similar to the new stealth version Endgame's MPC 450. It is 3 millimeters thick, which is going to be your average thickness on most pads, although I've been accustomed to 4 millimeters as of late, so I would have liked to have seen this come in a 4 millimeter variant. Either way though, it does fall flat immediately once it's removed from its rolled up container, and mine shipped from Hong Kong over to Phoenix, Arizona, and it only took a couple days, so with it sitting in transit like that, no issues whatsoever. Bottom is going to be your standard non-slip natural rubber. There is no odor or weird mold release agents on it. The surface is really the big selling point, as it does have that patented Cordura material that I've covered in a previous video that I'll link above. It's extremely durable, with it being water and dirt repellent. And if you make a mess, you just use a damp cloth, and that'll take care of matters pretty quickly without leaving any residue or a damp surface. The surface tracking is fantastic, as with other pads that I've tested. This one in particular, I did test extensively with the Pixar 3389, 3370, even pulled out my old G303 with the 3366 sensor, and then my recently acquired Naga 2012. Big shout out to Stupid Bullets for sending that over, as that does have a laser sensor. And now I did all this not because I'm crazy, but I did it because if you go to the website, it doesn't really seem like Eve is marketing this toward a specific audience. Now, this does look like something that's designed just for the workplace or office, but with it being that Cordura material that's growing in popularity in the gaming scene, they did reach out to me wanting to get my input on it for the very reason of gaming. The stitching on this is absolutely fantastic. It's very minimal. It doesn't seem to overlap on the height of the pad itself by much, so it's not going to interfere with your forearm or cause any irritation, as is the case with the Endgame MPC 450. I don't know what it is, but Endgame pads, while they're fantastic, the stitch job is just atrocious, and I really feel that a comparison is warranted on these two pads, because while the weaving on the Cordura is slightly different, they almost feel identical and they perform the same. I found the Eve to fit right in the middle of the pack, or the Cordura pads, so there's not really any super small strengths with this, but there also aren't any weaknesses either. It's faster and far more comfortable than the MP510 by Cooler Master. It is ever so slightly a little bit slower than the Endgame pad, as I found that the weaving really kind of made a difference. If I ran my hand across both pads, the Endgame definitely felt smoother and faster, but in real world gameplay and actually using it with the mouse, I didn't notice that much of a difference for it to make or break the pad. And of course, the recently released eSports Tiger Blaze, that's kind of on a different level with how that pad is made, but of course this is going to be slower than the Blaze. Regarding the Eve pad's friction, it has extremely low static friction, so all your micro adjustments you might need to make if you're zoomed in and scoped on an enemy, you're not going to have any problem from a standstill to make those small adjustments whatsoever. And it does have really high kinetic friction. You're noticing that, it's not laboring to swipe back and forth at a moment's notice with this pad. All in all, it fits really well with all the first-person shooter games that I did play while testing this out. On this pad, I did use eSports Tiger's Arc 2 feet, I did not use it with any hyperglides or ice, so nothing speed-wise in that category, as I found having a little bit of, control-based feet paired really well with this pad. It's a clean and well-built pad with good performance. It doesn't really stand out in any way though from other offerings. It's almost, a safe bet if you're looking to venture into the Cordura pad scene and you don't want to risk overspending, or you don't want to get something too extreme, say like the Blaze or the MP510. This kind of fits in a really good cushion right in the middle if you're coming from a cloth pad. At the end of the day, I find the mousepad by Eve a jack of all trades, master of none, and I hate using that catchphrase, but it is very much a true statement with this product. It doesn't excel in any way of topping your current mousepad, but it also wouldn't necessarily be a bad choice if you wanted to get it. It works really well for gaming as well as in your workspace, so it's very versatile in that aspect. All in all, I would like to see on Eve's next mousepad more of a direction of where they want to go with a sequel directed towards specifically workspace or specifically for gaming, so we can really hit those points on what's going to really benefit us the most depending on what we're using it for. But I'll leave a link in the description below. If you like the content, please throw a like. Of course, hit that subscription button. Until next time, I'm Jafer. Stay safe.